Hi, everyone. Allie from Jotform here. Thanks so much for joining this session. I am joined by some fantastic team members today to talk about optimizing Jotform Store Builder. So myself, if I look a little familiar, I oversee our partner marketing at Jotform. I am joined by Morgan, who oversees our product education, Charles from Mollie, overseeing technology partnerships, and Gwen from ActiveCampaign, who is the senior partner manager. Really looking forward to this. Let's dive right in. I also did want to give you a heads up. This is a pre-recorded session, but we will have a live Q&A with everyone at the end. So for those of you who are new to some of us, who are we? Why are we here today? Jotform is a full-featured online form builder. We reach about 18 million people globally, and it's very simple. We help you create robust forms to collect important data, and that data could include payments, which is why we have our friends at Mollie here today. Mollie is Europe's one of their fastest growing fintech companies, powering payments across Europe and the UK for about 130,000 businesses. And ActiveCampaign, an automation tool helping 185,000 businesses meaningfully engage with their customers. We all have direct integrations with one another, making it a very seamless partnership. And the topic at hand today is Jotform Store Builder and how we all work together in this no-code storefront. This was a product that Jotform launched last year, and it essentially helps anyone sell products, services, subscriptions, receive payments, even collect donations. We have over 150 ready-to-use templates available and full customization options available. So those could be widgets, integrations, product lists, branded URLs, many other options. It is accessible on just about any device, whether that's a phone, a computer, a tablet, so available from your desk, on the go, wherever you are. And we have a lot of different options for you to track orders, receive customized reports using another of our products, Jotform tables. And as we go through this presentation, we will talk a bit more about how to connect to both Mollie and ActiveCampaign. But at the moment, to dive a little bit deeper into Jotform Store Builder, I'm actually going to hand the reins over to my colleague, Morgan.
Awesome. Thank you, Allie, for the intro. And as Allie mentioned, I am Morgan Science. I am the product education manager here at Jotform, and I'm here today to do our demo of Store Builder. This will be a pretty quick overview of Store Builder, but if you are interested and would like to learn more, I would be more than happy to point you to more resources about Store Builder. You can reach me at morgan@jotform.com. So I am starting our demo here logged into my Jotform account. So you can see my icon in the upper right-hand corner and all of the features and everything here. And I am starting on my Apps page. You can navigate throughout Jotform using the drop-down menu here. And I'm starting on My Apps because Jotform has an app builder where you can collect multiple forms, other downloadable documents, etc. And Store Builder is a version of App Builder that puts your products or services or whatever it is that you are collecting money for front and center. So I will be showing you how to get started, and I'll also show you a demo of a store in progress. To get started, you want to look for this Create App button and click that. And there is an option to build a store. So for Store Builder, that's what you want to do. Click the Build Store button. That will take you to a new page, which is the store that you are now in process of creating. As you can see, the first thing I'm prompted to do here is to add in my products. So I can edit this by clicking on it or using any of the navigation on the right-hand side panel there. And to add in new products, I can also do that here from the center or in the panel here as well. When all of that's done, I can also add in any additional elements I'd like. So if I would like to link to another form that I have housed in Jotform or a Jotform sign document, I can pull those in. I can pull in a paragraph to introduce my store to anybody who might be attending, all just by dragging and dropping things. I can also include images or videos, or you can see any number of other options here. So that's how you would get started from scratch. Another way to get started would be to use one of those templates that Allie mentioned. You can find all templates for Jotform anywhere throughout the system by looking for the template menu here and choose the template home that you want. So we want to look at Store Builder templates. And now you can see all of our store builder templates, all 155 of them. You can scroll them using the navigation on the side panel here, or just scroll through. And when you find the category that is a fit for whatever it is you are selling, like let's say we want to sell tickets, you can scroll through the various different options by using the arrow to scroll through. And when you see one that seems like it might be a good fit for whatever it is you're selling, you can click preview to get a better look at that particular template. And you can scroll through it here. And if you do decide you want to use this, you can click use template. That will clone a copy into your account. And from there, all you'll need to do is customize it with your ticket prices, your concession prices, or whatever it is that you're seeing here. Change any of the branding you'd like, etc. But you can keep the look and feel. And so you don't have to start from scratch when it comes time to create that. So now let's look at a store that I've already built. This is Spooky Sweets, my Halloween themed fake bakery. You can see all of my cakes and cupcakes available here in the center of the page. Again, if I needed to edit any of that or add new products, I could just click on that section. And I have the option to add new products here. And I can also pull up that right-hand side panel to make any edits as well, just by looking for product settings here. I linked 2 additional forms here. So I have a contract. If anybody is contracting me to make a custom cake, that is a form that I've built in Jotform. Similarly, a appointment scheduler that I've built in Jotform as well is linked here. I've also included links to my socials and a image gallery here as well. I have changed the look and feel overall. So you can see I've chosen a gray that sort of matches the theme. I've added my very professional banner here at the top of the page. And I've chosen an icon for my app that generally matches the theme as well. So this store is ready to go, except currently there is not a way for me to collect payments. There's not a way for people to actually buy anything. That's where services such as Mollie come in. So I'm going to look for this green store settings button, again, either by clicking on my products, or it's in the upper right-hand corner here, right under the form designer. When I click that, I have a separate payment menu here. You can see the first thing here is to add payment integration. That's where Mollie comes in. But you can also choose what sort of contact details you're collecting from your customers. And you have some settings for your products as well. So you can change the overall layout of your store here. Now I want to add in my payment integration. So I'm going to click that, and I can search through over 40 payment integration options here to find the one that I need. And I'll click Mollie. And from there, it's just a matter of following prompts to connect my Jotform account with my Mollie account so that I can actually accept payments and do that using Mollie. You will need to have both a Jotform account and a Mollie account to do this. But from there, it's just a matter, again, of connecting the two so that they speak together and work together so you can actually start collecting payments for whatever it is you're selling. When your app is ready with all of that in place, you can click preview to get a sense of what your customers will see. And we'll give that 1 second to load. Once that loads, you can look at it here on the mobile view. There's also a tablet and a desktop view. From here, you get the experience of what a customer would be seeing. So they have the option to favorite any of your products with little hearts in the corner here. They can see all of the products, see the prices. When they go to add something to their cart, a pop-up comes up where they can choose quantity, flavor, etc. if you have those different types of products built in. When they click add to cart, they'll see a pop-up showing them that they can view their cart, showing them what's in their cart. So all of this is designed to keep them interacting with your store. So here they can view their order summary. They can also look at the things they favorited, and you can see that this favorite has been added to the cart. And when they are ready to order, they'll hit that continue button, and that directs them to Mollie to complete their payment. So very easy to do. This took me only about 20 minutes to set up, maybe a half hour to set up on my end. For customers, you can see it's a really seamless, very easy to use process as well. One last thing I want to point out are the tables and data that Ali mentioned in her intro. We can navigate from the app builder here. So I'm back on my view as the builder, not the customer's view. We can navigate to tables from here. Tables pulls in all of the data that you're collecting in your store. So again, we'll give that just a second to load. And now we see the table for all of the orders that I've collected. These columns are coming directly from that store. So these are all of the different fields that I told the store builder to collect when people are buying something. I can view the items they've ordered as well as order status, or if I've had to refund. These are columns that I've added in to help me manage my orders. I can also get a visual summary of this just by clicking on the drop-down menu and looking for, summarize with charts. I can change the chart type, so I get a very quick and easy picture of any of the data that I'm collecting. In this case, I can see that my spooky cupcakes are more popular than anything else I'm selling. I can also create a report here of everything that I have. So there are options for that as well. This is also going to pull in the data from any connected forms. So if you remember, I had that contract for custom cakes as well as the form for pickup time scheduling. And we have tabs here for those as well. So I can come here, see that that information has been completed, etc. This might be somewhere where ActiveCampaign comes in. So again, we have all of the customer data at this point, email addresses probably being the most important. But if I wanted to follow up in a big group email sent to people who've ordered in the past year saying, hey, February Valentine's Day orders are ready, or follow up with people to make sure they've received their orders, I have access to all of the data I need from my customers here and can work with the ActiveCampaign integration to complete that. And that wraps up my demo. So on that note, I am going to pass things over to Charles from Mollie to tell us a little bit more about Mollie.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Charles, and I'll take it over from the Mollie side. Thanks for the introduction on the store builder from Jotform, and now we'll talk a little bit more about a potential integration with Mollie. We are a payment services provider based out of Amsterdam, the Netherlands, and we serve over 130,000 businesses across Europe. And our mission is really to make online payments as easy and as simple as possible. It's often a complex world, a lot of regulation, and we are there to help you. Very important as well is that we advise you on which payment methods to offer to your customers, depending on the markets that you're active in. We integrate with over 350 software companies, among which Jotform, ActiveCampaign are obviously very exciting, and that's the reason why we're here today. So what we did last year is we surveyed over 3,000 European consumers, and they taught us that over 45% of consumers say that they would abandon a shopping cart if their preferred payment method is not available. As you might know, every country has some specific own payment methods. For example, Ideal in the Netherlands or Jotform in Germany. And you really want to offer that payment method in that market. Otherwise, a lot of consumers will actually not shop with you. And given a lot of development around buy now, pay later, for example, and other alternative payment methods such as wallets, offering the right payment solution is even more important in 2023, and we expect it will be even more important in the future. So very important to keep up with the latest developments on that front. So our integration with Jotform means that you can create a custom payment form, and then you enter the Mollie checkout. And our checkout is really optimized for conversion without redirecting you to another environment. So within your Jotform environment, within your form, you can actually process the payment, which obviously is a very good user experience. Very important to note as well is that payment details are safely stored. So that means for your returning shoppers, they do not have to re-enter their payment details over and over again, which makes, again, that they convert to more happier and more successful customers. On the other hand, you as a merchant can also be sleeping nicely in the sense that you know that the payments data are being stored safely. We store them in the EU, all compliant GDPR-wise, and also compliant with all the local regulations. So good for you to know as well. Then our checkout is also fully responsive on mobile devices, for example, and we really optimize also the order in which we show payment methods based on the location that the customer is logging in from. One cool feature as well is QR code payments, which makes that you can, in your Mollie app, create a payment link, which is in the form of a QR code, which make it possible for someone to scan that QR code and then actually make a payment as if it were an in-person transaction. Then also a nice USP for Mollie is that we have a very straightforward app. That app allows you to search your transaction history, start a refund, and keep a track on your revenues. You can check each transaction in your dashboard, and you can even receive a notification whenever you receive a new payment. Then what does the integration look like between Jotform, Mollie, and ActiveCampaign? So at the base lies your Jotform store builder. You can create a custom payment form that is integrated with Mollie. You can use one of our free form templates, or you can customize it or build one yourself. You can customize it to match your branding, for example, and then you can start collecting payments. Mollie takes care of the transaction, so we actually make sure the money goes from the consumer to your bank account in an as smooth way as possible. And then the integration with ActiveCampaign makes that you can really follow up on those transactions and really nurture your customers as well as possible. So what we can do is we automatically sync customer payment information into your ActiveCampaign environment, and then you can start really building that marketing funnel through your ActiveCampaign environment. And with the 3 parties, Jotform, Mollie, ActiveCampaign, you really have the start till the end journey of your consumer well taken care of. How can you find us? You can find us in the Jotform store builder settings, and then look in the integrations tab. You can find this there with a custom app. Also, we have an app within your ActiveCampaign environments. You can also enable us there. And if you want to just sign up at mollie.com, you can go to our website, and then once you sign up, you'll get in touch with one of our onboarding and support agents. Good to know is that we have local support agents talking to you in your own language, which really helps you in choosing the right payment methods and setting up your shop to have the best experience for you and your customers. Handing it over to ActiveCampaign now. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Hi, my name is Gwen Shawson, and I'm a Senior Partner Manager at ActiveCampaign. Today, I will be going over 3 strategies to take action with your Jotform Store Builder payment data from Mollie to inside ActiveCampaign. Before I begin, I'd love to share a little bit more about ActiveCampaign with you. We are an award-winning email and customer experience automation platform. As you can see, we have won many customer-driven awards, serving over 185,000 businesses globally. We're excited to bring you a platform that handles email marketing, transactional emails, marketing automation, CRM, to personalize and customize your customers' experience, leveraging the data they'll be able to provide. Here at ActiveCampaign, customer experience is everything. Every customer must feel like they are the most important customer, whether you have 10 customers or 10 million. The power of ActiveCampaign's automation is to be able to create personalized communications based on e-commerce data such as orders, payments, refunds, and subscription data that you receive from your customers after a purchase. On the right-hand side of the screen, you will see exactly how a customer contact profile looks like in ActiveCampaign, where you will have access to Mollie's powerful payment data under a Mollie Orders Custom Object tab, as well as a Payments and Refunds tab and Subscriptions tab. For today, I will be sharing one strategy under each tab so that you can take action on the payment data you receive after a customer checks out on Jotform's Store Builder. All right, let's get into it. Smart expansion revenue by cross-selling to the right customer. Keyword, right customer. How do we identify who they are? In this example, we look at our Mollie's order object. As you can see, we have several fields available, including order number, order amount value, refunded value, order completed date, order method, as well as other order-related fields that you will have access to within ActiveCampaign. By using the order amount value to increase lifetime value of a customer, I would like to introduce you to a customer tier strategy that you would like to take note of. Now, what is a customer tier strategy? Well, it is a strategy in which you are grouping customers in different spending ranges and proactively increasing their LTV to reach to the next tier. In this example, we see here that Isabella made a purchase on January 23rd for 50 euros. She paid with a gift card. Now, as you look through your own database in terms of the average purchase amount of your customers, you can define your different tiers. For this example, we will want to actually move Isabella, who has just spent 50 euros, up to our next tier, having her purchase again and hopefully reach up to 200 euros to help segment her into a different group of customers. Now, in ActiveCampaign, you will be able to trigger an automation. What does that mean? It means that you can take the values from the transactions sent from Mollie after someone checks out. In this specific case, we have the Mollie orders data, and use that information to determine what type of communication Isabella is going to get. Now, to move a customer up from 50 euros to 200 euros in terms of spending, I get to choose between various channels and options such as SMS, email, and other incentives such as coupons to cross-sell products using email and various landing pages, as well as other tools to get Isabella re-engaged and thinking about her second purchase. The method in this example, we sent Isabella an email asking her for a customer review of that first purchase at 50 euros. And if she completes a review, we would be sending her a percentage discount coupon to help drive a second purchase. As you can see, her second purchase is on January 24th. After writing her review, she immediately received the discount coupon, and then we can encourage more spending as Isabel move away from the 200 euro tier up to the next tier, potentially 500 euros. Now, let's take a look at strategy number 2. Cash flow and fraud management with refunds. In this example, we will be taking a look at some fields in the Mollie Payment and Refunds tab. We have order ID, payment amount value, refunded value, payment create date, and status. Now, for cash flow management, using ActiveCampaign's custom reporting, you are able to aggregate the total payment amount value and refunded value by date, month, quarter, year, however you want to segment your data to understand what is coming in and going out of your business. For fraudulent behavior, imagine if Isabella was a person who was not the best customer. You can track refunds by tagging specific customers based on the number of times they have refunded during their time as being your customer. By being able to tag and pull up customer profiles that have showed a consistent trend of refunds of some sort, or something that's odd in terms of their purchasing and return behavior, you can leverage this data to understand better if there is fraudulent behavior going on within a subset of your customer base. Now, every store is unique in terms of the type of customer and how often they purchase, as well as ask for a refund. You will take into the account in terms of identifying these type of trends by looking at the data that you're able to understand the back end of what's happening between transactions. Now let's walk through strategy number 3. Scale your business by optimizing on recurring revenue. Did you know with Jotform Store Builder, not only that you can create an e-commerce store to sell products, but you'll be able to sell digital subscription products as well. Combined with the power of Mollie's payment processing and ActiveCampaign, you'll be able to grow your recurring revenue with subscriptions by leveraging the data that is brought into ActiveCampaign. As you can see in this example, we have the Mollie subscription tab. And the field that is highlighted that we are going to leverage the strategy is the next payment date. In this example, you can see that we have Isabella, who's a customer who purchased a subscription for €100 on October 1st, 2022. It was a quarterly subscription using the debit card. Now, I want to highlight the next payment date field because this date allows us to understand when the next time the customer will be purchasing their subscription with you. So we can actually influence the purchasing behavior before the next payment date arrives. And that is where the magic is, with leveraging this data and automating the communications to drive that behavior. Now, in this example on line 2 here, subscription ID number 501, we see that Isabella, her next payment date is January 1st, 23, and it was a quarterly payment. So she purchased a subscription again for €100 for another 3 months with her debit card. Leveraging various marketing techniques, including sending emails and SMS reminders, we can influence the third transaction in this example, where she became an annual paying customer. The amount value increased from just 100 per quarter to 400 to cover the entire year, and her next payment date is a reflection of that annual commitment from her. Now, you might be asking yourself, did she get charged twice? One for subscription 501 at €100, and a second time for subscription ID 502 for €400? The answer is no. Within ActiveCampaign, we will record every transaction executed for the subscription like a running ledger, where you will see the refund of the quarterly payment of €100 for subscription ID in the Mollie Payment and Refunds tab. This will then cancel out the €100 payment that was made for 501. Subscription ID 502 will have the annual payment of €400. That is why you will see 2 separate line items for that specific transaction when we upgraded her from quarterly to annual. As I mentioned, any piece of data that is brought in from the integration between Mollie and ActiveCampaign will be able to be leveraged to trigger our automations to drive these type of communications. In addition, leveraging testimonials of other customers who have upgraded from a particular subscription is a great way to show value to your customer. Other incentives will also drive renewal behavior that you can implement. But most importantly, triggering these types of communication by the data you have collected based on the subscription data that occurred and future occurring is key. Well, that is the end of my webinar with our 3 strategies. I do want to end this session today by letting you know the Mollie integration for ActiveCampaign, featuring orders, payments, and refunds and subscriptions, will be available at the end of February. ActiveCampaign will send an announcement to each webinar attendee when the integration is live.
All right. Thank you, Charles. Thank you, Gwen. Thank you, Morgan. That was fabulous. Learned quite a bit even on my side about how all of our integrations work together. We do have a pretty robust Q&A coming together. So I'm just going to start firing away at some of these questions. We do have a few extra minutes to address some of your burning questions about how we all work together and some of the features that are available through each of our services. Top one that came through is Jotform GDPR compliant? And the answer is yes. Yes, we are. Does ActiveCampaign integrate with other Jotform products such as Jotform Sign? I'd actually love to throw this over to Gwen. Tell us a little bit more about ActiveCampaign and its integrations.
Thank you very much, Ali. Yes, at ActiveCampaign, we do integrate, have a direct integration with Jotform, the form, as well as Jotform Sign in itself. We're very excited that leveraging the power of the Jotform storefront itself, that is additional pieces of data that is collected that's going to be able to power this type of personalized information. Personally, at ActiveCampaign, or at least on my team, we use Jotform as well. So we definitely validate that this is an amazing product, especially leveraging the way that we're doing our marketing.
Love it. Super helpful. Someone coming in from a Europe-based course creator says they're using Squarespace, and in need of an urgent way to connect Mollie to their cycle to connect EU-based payments. Do you have any tips? Charles, this sounds like a Mollie question. I'm going to throw this one to you.
Yeah, so Mollie is integrated with a lot of the leading e-commerce platforms, but so is Jotform. So I think we've just seen how you create a form through the store builder, and with that you can connect through Mollie. That should allow you to process payments in Europe, all across Europe. So we accept payments globally, but we onboard merchants from all across Europe and the UK. And also within your e-commerce environment, you should be able to route payments to your PSP depending on which geography you're in. So yeah, maybe send me a quick message if you want to talk through it in more detail, but I hope this helps.
Yeah, and Charles, for any follow-up questions, can you just provide your email address?
Yeah, that's charles.prickarts@mollie.com. So first.last name @mollie.com.
Perfect. Thank you. Next question on our list, can this be used as a booking system? Kind of a couple parts to that. Morgan, I'm going to throw that question to you.
Yeah, assuming this is Jotform Store Builder, it can, yes, absolutely. You can sell tickets. There are a couple of different, you can sell appointments and have it set up for appointments. You can also sell tickets. We have a couple of different templates available for that. So if you follow the instructions that I showed of how to get to the template library, you'll see a few examples there. You can also add in a form to add in appointment booking and setting up time slots. So there are a couple of different ways that you can do that. I think if you have additional questions, we have a ton of resources on our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/thejotform. And you're also welcome to email me, Morgan, at Jotform, and I'd be happy to walk you through some of that.
Awesome. Let's see. Can you upload a PDF to Jotform and or Store Builder? Morgan, I might throw that one to you as well.
Yeah, sure. I can take that one too. So I don't believe that there is a way to directly upload a PDF to Store Builder, but you can have people upload a PDF. You can do that with forms. And with Store Builder, you can link to forms. I believe I showed that in the demo. So you can include, you know, your products are front and center, but then you can include other forms or documents or anything else that you want customers to be able to see. And if you link to a form that has a file upload field, they can absolutely do it that way. So you can have some information on the Store Builder saying, you know, please follow these instructions and do that. In your form, that will be one of the just a regular field. So when you open up the menu of fields, you'll see it under the general field options.
Perfect. Awesome. And one more that just came in the last minute. After an order is finished, how does the user know that the order has been completed? Is it through mail? Is it including all of the information, PDF files? I'll start with a little bit with this answer. At least on our side, what you can see is connected into your Jotform table, where you have this really easy snapshot of what was ordered, who ordered it, how to contact them, and we'll also connect any contracts that you have filled out. But Morgan, I might actually throw this to you for the user side, as someone who has, say, ordered a cake through Spooky Sweets. What is the confirmation looking like on their side, or how are they ensured that their order went through?
Yeah, so they should immediately receive an email as soon as they've filled out their order. So the email would say all of the, you know, all of the details of the order, and that should come to them right away. And same thing on the provider's end as well. So as Ali mentioned, you'll have tables, but you will also receive an email when something gets submitted. So there's confirmation on both ends in that way.
Perfect. Love it. That looks like it wraps up all of our live Q&A questions. Gwen did just want to touch base with you to see if you could just provide your email as well for anybody who has follow-up questions about ActiveCampaign.
Yes, feel free to send me an email. It will be the first letter of my name, G, and my last name, SIOSON at activecampaign.com.
Awesome. Well, I think that pretty much wraps us up here today. Thank you everyone for joining us, for learning a little bit more about Jotform Store Builder, Mollie, and ActiveCampaign, and how the three of us all work together. Looking forward to checking out some of your storefronts, hopefully in the coming days. Any questions, please get in touch with us. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day. See ya.
Thanks.